Hello, hello, and welcome back to Project Highrise on Last Pixel Standing. And we have our fancy little gourmet diners, our luxury shops, and our next major hurdle was getting offices, the HQ offices to be exact. And as they need some executive clubs. We also saw those down here in the building services. So I was going to put something in there too. Seems that these don't actually need them. But they hate noise and high traffic areas and everything else. So I wanted to make a full empty level between the regular offices and the HQs. So that was a big thing. And look at the sheer amount of money that they pay in rent. But they also take up 2 levels, which is a big thing. I'm wondering... I'm wondering how much of the high traffic area they're going to... Well, actually, wait a minute. These guys don't hate high traffic, they just hate the noise and the smells. They just hate high traffic. And these guys, and they like high traffic areas. So that'll be interesting. So 2 don't mind them, 1 actually likes them. So I think maybe we'll just handle 1 floor with 2 of them packed in very close together, and the rest will be fine. And they also need limousines and the helicopter stuff, which is interesting enough. But first things first, we need an executive club, which I think I'll just put right there. And it says we have insufficient janitorial, so let's pack it in there. The limousines and helicopters, though, let's see. Valid placement above ground floor. Okay. So, I think these will be fine on the empty floor. In fact, that might be the very best place for them, right where they're needed. Let's see. Helicopter. And limousine. So then we're going to, we have electric already set up right there, and phone. And then down here to that new janitorial service, they just need this. And it looks like we are almost ready to start bringing these people in. Okay. Let's place down, see how much... There's only 1 extra space too, which is nice. And they actually don't even specifically say, hey, we like being... other than the tech company, they don't specifically say they like being near pretty things. Oh, wait, no, the banks do. But that means that I can just put a tech company on the side here. Let's go with Milvex Computers. And we just got the achievement, Meet Me at HQ. So let's do the Bureau of Health, Bureau of Agriculture, Bureau of Employment. Let's go with Bureau of Employment. We are going to want some fancy, pretty things just right in this little area right here. I can only fit like the smaller ones, so that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And back here, we've got one tech, one government, and let's put another. You know, since they're in the back, and I can't get their the pretty stuff on that side, let's put the people who don't like as high a traffic in the back areas. So we got that. Government, tech, broadcasting. Okay, either way, let's start it up. And, sorry for the delay, but I want to see exactly how these things look, too. They must be utterly fantastic looking. So we got our builders finishing up that top level 2, which will give a whole nother 4 at least spaces. Our fancy diners are packed full of people, if you can't tell. I mean, let's see. Revenues are almost 2,000 a day for them all. And now we have the corporate bigwigs completed. And we got a nice little achievement there as well. I'm wondering if any of the office stuff is left. No, we only have apartment contracts left. And this one's almost finished. Whoa, 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 whoa. We can't function without electrical and phone. Wow, I'm an idiot. I did it on that level for the services. Forgot about this. And we need a cable line to this one back here. Sorry, guys. So either way, the tech firm HQ is enjoying it. Master of Puppets and Sky High Stature. Like, all of these achievements are just rolling in for me right now, and it's fantastic. So if you want to know how to get an achievement, there you go. So these look beautiful. You got this fun little symbol right here. That spiral staircase is beautiful. Their broadcasting people are nice. All this foot traffic is distracting. I still want to know how the hell they have foot traffic when they're the only people back here. But I digress. I mean, do you need, like, literally just a floor of nobody but them to avoid that? Ah, whoops. They need television. There you go. We also might want to start getting, say, art galleries, which would be fun. Famous art gallery in a building is quite prestigious and willing to attract a good number of visitor art patrons. We must build an art gallery in order to unlock large artworks. That could actually be fun right here. Then my rich headquarters people can go and visit a fancy art gallery. But now that this floor is finished, we got room for even more. Oh, oops. Those cost nothing to build, so it's not a problem. But I wanted that one space there, because I need to shove in some artwork. Let's see. We were going to shove a bank in the back. They really like the pretty things, though, but they hate the... Ooh. You know what? I'm gonna keep a bank in the front here. Another tech company, maybe. Yeah. Topex Components, and we got the Bank of Vesuvio. Sounds like a nice Venetian bank of some sorts. Government office. I guess agriculture. People in the back. Just broadcasting studios, I suppose. And while we're at it, since we have so much money right now, look, 37,604 income per day. And that's before I'm putting in all these. So we need some more artwork for these guys. And I need to make sure and remember to have them all set up. Oh yeah, that was going to be a broadcasting studio as well, so they're going to need the cable as well. Okay, now let's go look at our services, see how they're holding up. Do we have anybody who is lacking? I could have sworn I hooked up water to this guy, but apparently I didn't. There you go. And we've just completed the White Collar Wonderland. We are out of contracts that have to do with office. Look at that huge line of people. It's a never-ending flow of people. It also looks like our maintenance people are sleeping on the job. Let's get them going right there, so we can make that look not so disgusting. But even the lower level people here are getting a decent amount of business. All our shops, all our restaurants. Well, I guess Shirley's isn't making a good profit. But other than that, it seems like everybody else is doing okay. Yeah. So to be honest, I don't even know where we go from here. Other than just keep building up with the immense amount of profits that we're making right now. So yeah, I mean, let's just see how high we can go, people. Let's just keep on trucking. They all seem just fine, other than, you know, some of them disliking foot traffic. We're now making almost $44,000 a day in profit. Wait. We prefer renting on lower floors? Do they? By Job, they do. The problem is that if they were to be on the lower floors, I'd have problems with like them hating half the things that are going on when it comes to foot traffic, smells. Although it doesn't say that they have to be above ground. I could possibly see if they want to be underground. But it also looks like couriers and janitors are overworked at the moment. I might have to put in some more of those. But you know what? Let's see about what kind of situation we're looking at when it comes to whether or not I can put those government facilities in the basement. If I can, that would work out just fine for me. Let's see if we can get in some more courier services, some more janitorial services. electric, phone, and because the janitorial need water, water. How are we looking for all these? We're still fine on electric, we're fine on water, we're fine on phone, and of course gas still really doesn't have any needs. And where's my cable? Right over here. Still doing fine as well. And even though they say they don't like being on the upper floors, they're not complaining too much. They probably will with time, but for now, they're doing okay. But what I'm really interested in is how is everybody going to react down here? Am I going to be able to put the headquarters for government offices down here? And if I can, then I'll just fill up a bunch of basement levels with nothing but government offices. But either way, they're making me plenty of money. Just because this looks ugly to me, we can fill these out. Zoop, 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 zoop. Okay. And some more HQs right along. Oh, they haven't finished that. Right along here. And we need our... Oh, there you go. You need to start keep building up right here. You know, to be honest, I'm wondering, okay, so in the comment sections down below, tell me, as you can see, we can keep building pretty high up here. So in the comment section, let me know, do you want to see me try to make those upper levels a form of apartment buildings high above all the offices? Or should I start another tower? Do you want to just see another game entirely? Have you had enough of my rambling on about diners and shops and offices for you? Or do you want me to start another Project Highrise game and instead of doing an office tower, do an apartment tower, a living tower, so to speak? And to be honest, that is one of the big things. If anybody actually wants to keep seeing Project Highrise, that is probably where I would go if I were to start a new game. But for now, we're looking at what we can do right here, right now, with these current residents I have here. But I'm sure that they built up the basement here, which they did. And I want to see. Nope. Okay. So I can't build them down there. So, I mean, the government buildings, they want lower floors. I'm not going to rearrange the entirety of my tower just because that's what they feel like they want. It just won't work out for me. Not very well anyways, even though I have plenty of money. Let's see. So, let's stretch out all the sorted... Oop, more money. 126,720 in the bank, over 43,000 income. I'm pretty sure I am set pretty much completely. So, let's see. Let's shove banks some tech companies, and a broadcasting studio. And let's put out some ads, because I have more than enough money. Let us fill these out here and put some nice little artwork there. I can't fit, yeah, you can't fit medium artwork in there, obviously. Boom. And a bust. And another painting. And let's see, another sculpture. And how many till I can get the large artworks? 240, yeah, for the next things. Or I could get Plaza public artworks, which wouldn't be bad. I could erase this little area right here and make the plaza a bit bigger. That might be fun. Let's see. Outdoor art. Some fountains. Plazas. Some regular fountains that can go indoors. Oh, that looks nice. Ooh, I love that. There you go. They cost 10,000 each, though. To be honest, though, it's not exactly a worry. You know what? Let's make everybody happy. We got Happy Drones, Top City, Extra Extra. Let's activate Happy Drones and just make everybody good for the next 24 hours. Whoa, 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 who's moving out? Who was that? Oh. Whoops. There you go. I almost forgot broadcasting. I didn't have the cables hooked up on there. I think that might have taken 2 prestige away for that one move out. I still have 59 prestige though, so I don't think it's really gonna be an issue. Let's just... They'll be here in a short bit. We're looking at a tower that has a very, very functional way of living in here. So as I said, the big question, the major question I'm going to put to all of you who are watching, or at least the very few as I have right now, is that what should I be looking to do in the next following episodes? I really want the input, because I'm thinking of starting a couple other games up and recording them, releasing them in the daily episodic as we have seen so far. I may put down Project Highrise for a short bit and just come back with it, you know, after another series or so. That might be another option. But, as always, I do want to ask you guys, are you enjoying it? Do you like this this game? Do you want to see something a little bit different from that? From the norm that you've come to see in my gameplay here? And to be honest, nah, all the services are still perfectly good. And I still got some... Aha, okay. So 10 is the lowest I can go in the sub-basement. And I can just keep building up here. Do-do-do. Oh, some more money. Da-da-da-da-do. Whoa. Do-do-do. moving on up to the east side. To a deluxe apartment in the sky. Moving on up. I haven't even put a dent in the money I have either. So again, this is why I put forth the question, because I think I've kind of reached the pinnacle. If I want to do the apartments and such like that, I mean, that's simple enough, to be honest. I have more than enough money to have every bit of services that they could ever need, and build up to the very maximum height. And this is another big thing that I'm wondering about in this game. We have one elevator, a single elevator that services absolutely everybody. And I mean, they get in, they don't have a pissy time getting up to even the top stuff. And there isn't an overload. I remember back in Sim Tower, one of the most challenging things that you ever had to manage was the elevators. Because you would end up with a tower with a ridiculous population. And granted, the pathing for the people in Sim Tower was absolutely tragic. So what you'd end up having is that even if you had a bunch of elevators to try to disperse the amount of people getting onto a single elevator, they wouldn't. They would try to specifically, hey, this path is the shortest, even though this is also the busiest, which means that I'm going to be pissed and wait for like 10 hours of in-game time to get onto an elevator that's not full finally. I'm still going to use this elevator rather than walking right down the hallway and using the one that is much less populated. Not to mention the fact you had to manage, hey, this one can only be used by these people, this one can only be used by these people. It just didn't... It was counterproductive in some ways, but at the same time it added a bit more infrastructure management than this game seems to have. This is all about just building the offices with the services in the building that they need, or the apartments with the services in the buildings they need. And if you want to build a diner because it's a prerequisite, not because you think that that diner is going to be overly important, you just have to build a certain amount because it's a prerequisite for you to build the next higher up. I mean, I think that this is a perfectly great simulator, and trust me, I have so much fun with this game. But at the same point, I wonder how much of it, like a tower simulation where you have a special balance between how many shops, how many restaurants, how much in the way of services, and say you conducted it something like SimCity, where people would move in and that would raise your demand for a certain thing. In this, they don't have that as much. You just have, you build enough, and then if they have too much competition, they're not going to be happy. If there's way too many people comparatively to how many diners or shops you have, just build a couple more, and it won't ruin their dynamic when it comes to the population. But unless you literally are lacking a service for one of these offices, they don't move out. I mean, let's see. This is the limousine charter. They might be upset, but I'm just gonna build that. And it needs electric, and it needs phone, and they're gonna be perfectly happy again. We're gonna have sufficient amounts. So, like I said, it's the big question. What am I gonna do next with Project Highrise? Am I gonna keep building this tower as an office tower? Am I gonna keep building this tower but put the higher levels as apartments? Am I gonna restart and do a completely apartment tower? Or am I going to put Project Highrise on the shelf for a little bit and I'll let you decide that? Well, if I hear from enough people, anyways. I know that a couple people, Pipton, Squigs, you guys, I think you still watch this one as well, even though I know Squigs loves his room world more than anything. So as always, would you kindly subscribe if you could, like if you would, and I'll see you next time on Project Highrise or any other series that I end up making on Last Pixel Standing. Bye bye.